everyone. So let's start today webinar. The topic of this webinar is on thumb-based splint. So in my previous webinar, I showed to all of you about how to make the splint through wire, as well as I told you the basic principle of the splinting. So now we'll start some splinting which is made by thermoplastics. Okay, that is called low temperature thermoplastic splint. So today I divided my lecture in two parts. In first part, I have completed my small lecture, and the second area, I will give a live demonstration of how to make the thumb-based splint. So I will share my screen. Okay, yeah. I think you all can see this screen and this PPT. So thumb-based splinting, which is made by the low temperature thermoplastic splint. So first we have to discuss about the indications of the splinting of thumb-based. So in which cases we required the splinting, that is the arthritis, that CMC carpometacarpal joint arthritis, sprain or strain in thumb joint, rheumatoid arthritis, that is called again CMC joint arthritis, swan neck deformity of MCP joint, ulnar collateral ligament injury, fracture of the first metacarpal bones, and fracture of the proximal phalanx, and trigger finger. In this all area, we required thumb-based splinting. So this is the basic anatomy of the thumb, where the thumb bones may be a trapezium, first metacarpal, proximal phalanx, distal phalanx, and the thumb joint, it may be a carpal metacarpal joint, that is called CMC joint, MCP, and IP joint. So this is the CMC joint, which is the base of the bone, MCP joint and PIP joint. These three joints, we take the base of this area and make the splint. So this is the arthritis condition where you can feel the pain at the CMC joint or in the MC joint. So maybe the arthritis is the rheumatic or osteoarthritis. The normal joint you have seen in first area, where you will not get any problem or any changes between two bones, but in rheumatoid arthritis, you've seen there is some changes between these two bones area, okay, from a middle and the base area of the bone. But in osteoarthritis, there is a severe changes between these two bones, upper and lower bone. So basically we use the splint, that is the thumb-based splint, which is common for the rheumatoid arthritis as well as the osteoarthritis. The splint is same, either it is a rheumatic or it's the osteoarthritis. So this is the functional orthosis for basilar joint arthritis. I will show you how to make this splint for the arthritis patient. In my next demonstration area, I will show this how to make this splint. This is again a splint where I use this little bit area, long area, okay, which cover the IP joint also. But in my previous slide, have you seen? This is the only base area. This is the base area cover. This is again a splint which cover the base area only, but the material which is used is different. It is totally ventilated material, and this splint has no ventilation area. If you require the more support, that time you have to use this type of material. Otherwise, you can use this material. Okay, the sheets of these two material are different. It is 2.4 mm sheets, and the other one is the 3.2 mm sheets. I will show you what is the 3.2 and 2.4 mm sheets. If you see, this is the 2.4 mm low temperature thermoplastic sheets, where This is a 3.4 mm Ethaplex, sorry, 3.2 mm low temperature thermoplastic sheet. And this is of course a plain sheet which I use for a complete ventilation. So this is the second swan neck deformity of the thumb. So here in my last lecture I told you the swan neck deformity we can correct through by using a 3-point extension splint which is made by the wire. On the same way we can use wire splint in the thumb, or we can use a low temperature thermoplastic splint. This is the wire splint through which we can correct the thumb swan neck deformity. This is the ulnar collateral ligament injury. If you seen, this is the test through which we can find out the pain over this area, over the thumb area, base area of the thumb. This is occurred due to the tear of this collateral ligament. Okay, this ligament has tear. That time we have seen some pain or pain over this area of the thumb. Okay, so again. So this is a typical result of the fall of trauma with the thumb in wide abduction. When the patient is fall, patient नीचे गिरता है या कुछ उसको होता है, जब thumb in abduction, wide abduction में जाएगा, that time it's occur lateral collateral ligament injury. So it can be treated by immobilize the orthosis, by immobilize the joints by using the orthosis, and then after that we start some range motion exercise. So this is a splint which is used for the lateral collateral ligament injury, where you have to fix the thumb in particular position. If you want to move the thumb, we can hit this area and move the thumb in particular joint or particular ranges or fix it. जहाँ पेशेंट को इजीली लगे कि उसका अभी मूवमेंट से पेन रिलीफ हो रहा है, उस एरिया तक इसको हम मूव कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, ये आपका हैंड का और थंब का बेस रहेगा, और इसके ऊपर का एरिया जो रहेगा ये थंब का पोर्शन रहेगा, जहां पर आपका आईपी ज्वाइंट और एमसीपी ज्वाइंट कवर हो जाएगा. I will show how to make it. ये भी दिखलाएंगे आपको बनाते हुए. Yes, this is again the splint which is used for a patient like a lateral collateral ligament, or in case of arthritis again we can use this splint. Okay, this is a long base thumb base splint. This is called thumb spica also. The company made the thumb spica. We can also made the thumb spica through this only thermoplastic sheets. I will show you. Actually I made it previously, but today I will tell you how to make it. This is the splint through which we can use for arthritis as well as for the sprain, strain, or any ligament injury. The idea of this splint, thumb spica, we have to give a particular shape. This shape we required. So how we made this shape? We made a shape this by making a paper shape. First of all, we have to give a paper shape. We cut the first border something like this, and the other border opposite direction. We have to give a small curvature. I will show you how to make this splint in my next live demonstration. I will show you. Dequerens syndrome. So Dequerens syndrome is the inflammatory of two tendons that control movement of the thumb and their tendon sheets. This result is pain at the outside of the wrist. Pain is typically increased with gripping or rotating the wrist. The thumb may also be difficult to move smoothly. So what the test we did here, we asked the patient to close the thumb, something like this, and then push it this direction. So in that condition, the patient feel the pain is this area, is feeling the total stretch area and getting a severe pain. So again, we required a splint which definitely be helpful for this DQ syndrome. So this is the splint. So this is the splint which we use for DQ syndrome. I will show you how to make this splint also. Yes, this is the thumb deformity or the abduction deformity of the thumb. So like a patient is the ape-like thumb, or some patient has a ulnar nerve palsy, that time the thumb become adducted or become the ape-like. So for making the thumb in abduction means something like this, we use this splint. This is the condition of the patient, like in burn, applied thumb, or in adduction deformity. In all conditions, we use this splint which make the thumb in abduction, complete abduction. So gradually we increase this abduction. So we give a small hit here at the center of this splint, and we increase the ranges of this area. Gradually we have to increase the ranges. Initially we have to increase this range, then again we have to increase this range, this range, this range, and lastly we have to improve the complete range, and we get the complete range by this splint. So this all our splint are very useful, and now I will show you how to make this splint. So the design of the splint may be a volar design, dorsal, circumference design, figure of 8, and after this all we have to go for a modification of the splint. And as I told you, this material is sponsored by one of the company, so that I am able to do this all webinar free of cost. I really give a thanks to this Heritage Healthcare company. This is the reliable and the economical source of low temperature thermoplastic from Rollins USA brand that supply to India also. And this company has sponsored me for the material. This material I am showing you. So this is the thermoplastic sheet. This is a colorful thermoplastic sheet. Of course, it's a different and very beautiful, colorful sheet, and the number is there, mobile number is there. If anyone is required in their institution or want the splint, so they can ask or they can contact this person. This number is there, and this is the all ranges, all the material and the tools they have. So you can contact this person and get this all materials. Okay. So now let's start our the splinting procedure. So, so first of all, you all are requested kindly write your name in chat box. I will show you the material and all things. Up, hope you all can see the process. This is the box where I am using for fitting the water. Okay, this is all the material. Now I will start with the splint, some spica splint. First we have to heat all material. So I just heated this all thermoplastic sheet. The procedure is पहले पेशेंट के हैंड को हम अच्छी तरीके से वेट कर लेंगे ताकि जो हम थर्मोप्लास्टिक यूज करेंगे पेशेंट के हैंड में इजीली इसको लगा सकें. Yes. So as you see, this area is complete, just ready, and put the hands. You just stick this end. Yes. They stick this area and we cover the second area of thumb. और यहाँ से भी इसको अच्छी तरीके से स्टिक किया and we give a proper positioning of hand and make the thumb in direction which we required. Yes. Now we'll make a mark. We have to mark this wrist area and of course for the arches and the you have to free the arches of the hand. Now we cut it. Just remove. You see this mold is almost ready. We cut the end of this portion. And of course, the marking which we made, we have to cut it. This is the cutter. Yes. Now this area is open. Okay. So first we give a shape of the thumb. And the resting part of this area we use for sticking. Cut it this a small piece. is the heat gun. So now we give a heat gun over this area and hit the both of the surface. And now I'm using it over this area and it is almost ready. Cut the extra part. Now it is completely fixed. You see this splint, it is now with the support of the thumb. Totally patient is feeling completely comfortable in this area. We give a velcro from this side to this side and we stick this velcro. So this process I will do it later. I will make the second splint. The second splint which I made for DQ syndrome. For DQ syndrome, again we have to make a hole here in splint. We give a hole in thumb area and then we mold it or we give a small contour formation and then stick it here. Hope you all can see this splint for DQ syndrome. Stick it here and give the total control over the thumb area. And let us give a time to dry it. Yes, it is almost dry. So we have to remove slowly. So something like this, we got the splint. Now again we have to cut it as per the requirement. We cut the end of the splint. And then we cut over the thumb area of the splint. So we got the splint something like this for DQ syndrome. Okay, and we use a velcro from this area to this area, and this one come to a wrist area. So this will look something like this. Yes. Okay. Velcro point is come from here to back side and opposite side. Now the third splint, that is positional splint or thumb base or thumb used for thread insertion. Again, we make a hole inside the at the center of or the end of this sheet. We give a support over the thumb area, and then give complete support from here to so this is the first part of the splint. And the second portion of this splint I will made by, so you can use this only thumb area. We make a small marking to raise the arches of the hand. We remove it, okay, and then cut it. So something like this, we got the structure, a proper positioning, and the second area of this splint, I will use the heat gun. Just almost ready. We use this second portion of the splint, give a normal temperature, then we stick it at the base of the thumb area. We give a marking of this splint where we have to fix the thumb. As per the requirement of the thumb, we can change the position of the this thumb area. We can move it any direction. So now we remove it. So we get the thumb. So we cut it in some proper shape. This shape we got, and this portion we got. Here is the marking where we have to fix the thumb. Again, we have the marking of same over the thumb area. So we fix the thumb area here only. Okay, by using the heat gun, we can fix it. Just we fix this two portion of the splint in one area, and now the splint is almost ready. If you want, you can give a padding inside the splint. If patient required, if patient has some sensory issue, that time you can use a padding. So it is almost ready. So this is the thumb base, and we use the Velcro from this area and the opposite area of this splint. Give the Velcro something like this. And the last splint, that is we can use for F-like thumb. Because small strip of the west part of this splint, and we use for the index finger and thumb area, and then we mold it as per the requirement. Just remember, ये स्प्लिंट जो आप यूज करोगे तो थंब के पूरे ऊपर तक जाना चाहिए, उसको नीचे तक नहीं आना चाहिए. अब जितनी भी रेंज आपको चाहिए उस रेंज के हिसाब से आप स्प्लिंट को मूव कर सकते हैं. इनिशियली वी हैव गिव अ स्मॉल रेंज and gradually we increase this little bit up and up and up to 90 degree. So give a small range of this splint. Hold it. That is almost done. Just we remove it. So this is something like we got a splint. Give a proper shape of this splint. So end finishing you can give through by using the heat and then mold it. Of course, we use a Velcro point at this area and at this area, the index finger and over the thumb area. The two area we required a Velcro. So it is almost all splint as made here. So now total 64 participants are there. I think you all had written your name. Give your name in chat box.